Hey guys, it's Diana. It's Saturday again, 4 o'clock. Chat and create. Paint and create. No, that's the other one. Chat and create. Oh, sorry guys. I'm having a heck of a time. Again, I gotta fix it still. USB port, second one. I think my grandson did it wrong, but I'm not sure because I don't know what the problem is. I thought I had it figured out yesterday, so I'm just on here a little bit early. We're going to be doing some jelly plate printing. You guys have ever seen it? Just basics. I'm no fancy guy with it, but it's a lot of fun. And you can, if you like collage paper, it's a great way to make your own. I have a pretty good size jelly plate, but you can buy small ones. I wanted a big square one, and I couldn't get them at the time. People used to make them when they first came out. I got a round one, that's what they had. I kind of wish I had a square one, but I can do square stuff with it. So it's just, I got my page, I just can't get it over to this group. I put it over to the group. I've been doing this for like 5 minutes here and it's not. There's, okay, see all. Wait a minute, wait. I can see me though. Hold on, I can see me though. You just saw my class, just see my face. I'm supposed to be in public group. I'm in the right group. Well, maybe it'll show up on here, I don't know. Let me see, put it back to, yeah. Now I'll take it small. I won't do it large. I don't know if it's something to do with this. I think I've done everything. I think it's the computer. Might be time. We just bought this one not too long ago. Well, a couple of years ago. But you know, these classes I'm doing like 3 a week, or roughly more than that, probably because I'm on here talking all the time. And I think it just uses up a lot of juice fast. I just downloaded like 300 videos because YouTube don't do that no more, or Facebook don't do that anymore, so I had to go over to YouTube. Well, anyways, my name's Art by Diana Myers, and this is Art by Diana Myers, the Artsy Rose Shop. It's a free group. We're trying it public right now. I'm going to announce some winners, and we're going to do some jelly plating or printmaking. And this is a jelly plate, a round one. See-through. I think it's silicone. Don't quote me on that. I can look on the package. I was watching somebody earlier talking about it, and they used to make these. They used to make, I keep it right in the package when I'm done with the class. I clean it off with some, just like a wet wipe. It's backwards. But, what is it made out of? I used to know. I'm pretty sure it's like a silicone. Oh, it's all in different languages. I love that, right? For some reason, it's just slipping my mind. Well, anyways, we're using this jelly plate, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. And you ain't got to have any kind of particular kind of paper. I'm using good old-fashioned copy paper. Here's some I've framed. Here's one I did. We're going to do something similar to this today. And you get all kinds of different colors and textures, different, things you can use on the plate. I'm going to be using some stencils and a comb. I did this earlier just so I can have a funky background. I was playing around with the backgrounds. But they're all good for, like, you cut them up, you use them in your, anything you got that you want to do a background with. This one has like a face in it. I did a face. You can see it. Face. Anyways, and they're fun to frame. And they're fun to make. Kids can do this too. So I'm going to do a little reading first. Now, if you guys have ever heard of Big Magic, I know it's all backwards. I don't know how to get right side around. I've been doing this like 5 years, and I still don't, want to mess around with this stuff. So, I'm sure there's some kind of way to do it. But, anyways, it says Big Magic. And if I was going to recommend a book, I've been doing this a long time, like 40 years. I would recommend this book. There's another one that's kind of making the rounds right now. It looks really interesting. Not hers, but I just ordered it. It looks like it's really good. You know, you're always looking for some inspiration. She gives great inspiration. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. And like I said, I would definitely give this a try. And creative living beyond fear. There's a lot of fear involved in art. Anyways, I'm going to read this one little section, page 107. It says, try this instead. Now, I talk about being a self-taught artist, but I think all artists are self-taught, only because that conversation with myself and my friends started because we were talking about that one day, and he went to, I want to say he graduated in Atlanta, 4 or 5 years, and you know, he's an artist, he does pretty good, not much better than me, but he does pretty good, and he said basically they teach you how to paint to work on your own. And you're kind of on your own. You can get artist communities and all that, but you're on your own. So anyways, to go on with it, not to say they have an art education I would love to have, but I was self-taught. But I took some classes, you know, different ones, different programs with, you know, teachers and retired artists and college professors all did part-time work doing classes at different places at, you know, after-school programs and stuff. So. And then lots of other things that, you know, I picked up all over. The art store used to offer some classes and stuff. So anyways, to get on with it, let me talk about what she's saying in this book. And it says, try this instead. Instead of taking out loans to go to school for the arts, maybe try to push yourself deeper into that world to explore more bravely, or go more deeply or bravely inward. Take an honest inventory of your education you already have, the years you have lived, the trials you have endured, the skills you have learned along the way. If you are a young person, open your eyes wide and let the world educate you in the fullest extent. Ascend to longer than from a textbook, warned Walt William. And I will warn it, too. There are many ways to learn that do not necessarily involve schoolrooms. And feel free to start sharing your perspective through creativity. If you're just a kid, if you're young, you see things differently than I do. And I want to know how you see things. We all want to know. When we look at our work, whatever our work may be, we will want to feel your youth, that fresh sense of your recent arrival here. Be generous with us and let us feel it. After all, for many of us, having been so long since we stood where you are now, where you stand. If you are older, trust that the world has been educating you all along. You are ready. You already know so much more than you think you know. You are not finished, you are merely ready. After a certain age, no matter how you've been spending your time, you have very likely earned a doctorate in living. If you're still here, if you have survived this long, it is because you know things. We need you to reveal to us what you know, what you have learned, and what you have seen and felt. Hey, Kat. If you are older, chances are strong that you may already possess absolutely everything you need to possess in order to live a more creative life. Accept the confidence to actually do your work. But we need you to do your work. Whether you are young or old, we need your work in order to enrich and inform all of our lives. So take your insecurities, your fears, and hold them upside down by their ankles and shake yourself free of all your cumbersome ideas about what you require and how much you need to pay in order to become a creatively legitimate. Because I am telling you that you are already creatively legitimate. I can't say that. By nature of your mere existence here among us. So isn't it interesting that I kind of feel the same way that, you know, it's one of the reasons I started doing this. Well, it's not realizing I knew so much. I started painting with a twist. I painted for a long time. I knew I'd like to teach. But when I got there, I was like, God, I know a lot of stuff. And how do I know it? I had to go look, find out how did I know that stuff. But, you know, as life goes by and you learn a lot of things and you can pick up everything you learn, not just from art, lots of stuff, you know, from all over the place. Watching artists, reading about artists, things that you cook, things you crochet, all that stuff counts, you know. So life will make you a little more creative. You live more of a creative life, too. So, you know, look for those creative things. But it just goes to show that, you know, you can do it on your own too. Yeah, so let me just get this stuff ready, and I'm going to do the winners right now. Big Magic, #1 recommended book. It's on my list, on my Amazon list. Top of the page in the featured areas. You got to scroll down in there, but it's in there. Oh no, wait a minute. It's in my Amazon. That you go up at the feature, the Amazon store. You hit that Amazon link, and you go over there, and it'll have this book in there. Big Magic by Creative Living Beyond Fear. Elizabeth Gilbert, right? Yeah. All right. So here's my jelly plate again. I wanted a square one, all they had was round, but now they have them all over. I couldn't get them at the time. I've had this a few years. So I'm going to show you some different things that we're going to do. And I got just regular scrap paper. Let me show you all my tools. Let me turn this around. Got a little hot all of a sudden. Oh, goodness, so I had to get my sweater off. All right, so here's the jelly plate. And this is a brayer. It comes in different sizes. Basically, this is put your paint on because you need to have it thin. You could use any kind of paint. It really doesn't matter. It has to be acrylic, but it could be any kind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's preferably not too sticky, nothing thick, but it doesn't really matter if you use tube color or, as I put some out, any kind of tube color is fine. Anything you want to use is fine. So I'm actually going to use Deco Art paint, and there's all different types of papers. We're keeping it basic. I just use copy paper, which a lot of people use, but you could use rice paper. There's different types of paper that are kind of for this. You could use tissue paper, which is a little thin. I have done this on thicker watercolor, not watercolor, on this type of paper, you know, the thicker stuff, watercolor paper, and I've done that on different things. So you can try different stuff. And that's part of this, doing this. So obviously I found some of my papers. I did this earlier, but I'm going to use different things. Now there's a way to do this if you hit a jet inkjet copier, which I don't have. You can do images, and I've tried it a couple times. I came close, but not close enough. You really need the right kind of picture. You can't use just any picture. All right, what else here? And this is a little sticky, but not like bad. And it's got a little yellow because it's gotten old now. But you just clean this with a wet wipe. So much easier than having to worry about having water all the time. I don't worry about the water anymore. So now I'm doing this. So I got a bunch of different things here I'm going to play with. Some of these I've never used. I tried doing the papers with the raised image. It didn't really work too good. I might try another piece. You can use butterflies, any kind of stamps. I had butterflies. And you can use, this is the end of an old blow dryer. That's what I use for this, to make the flowers. So you put things around your house. Don't go spend a lot of money. Make it different, make it yours. And I got like this stencil. I guess it's the Dollar Tree actually. You just kind of like take the paper over. But we're just going to use that. And then I got some stencils. I had a whole bunch of these to give out for prizes. I just found them. There's like 100 of them. It's got like a pagoda. There's some leaves, and I got these. I did these earlier. So anything you could transfer with. Like here's a scraper. The ends. See this one. Then I got these. I'm gonna try pressing these on and see if I can get the shapes off them. So you can do lots of stuff. Get pretty creative. You're going to need a piece of paper to wipe your brayer off on the side. And I did when I was doing it earlier, so it happened. Now you got another piece of paper. Sometimes you get some pretty cool papers just from wiping off your brayer. All right, so let me just announce the winners right now. We turn this around, then we'll start that. You know, it is so hard to pick winners. And I can't keep giving out 7,000 prizes. It's cost me a small fortune. Freaking mailman is too expensive. Anyways, for the ATC it was tough. But you know, Barb's been doing them right along, and she kind of introduced us, and everybody's was pretty good. It was between her and Tammy. I decided on Barb. But Barb does the most amazing little cards. I gotta start getting into, I send all kinds of stuff, but I really love her stuff, and I'm giving her the award this month. And she sent a really pretty card, but she all sent pretty cards. But they're just really nice. She did a really great job. So I'm giving her first prize, and she's gonna get her award for her Happy Mail. And then as far as the challenge goes, I picked you, Kat, only because you've really been putting out the work now. And I love the snowman, them getting the star. I really love that. And then I picked Tammy because did you see that little angel she did on the wood? Oh my God, that is so good. Just really good. I really loved it. So you two will get the challenge for this month. So that's 3 winners. It's Barb, Kat, and Tammy. Yay! Congratulations! So you guys will be getting it as soon as I get to them. I'll get it out to you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going through the things. I got the stuff. I got trying to clean up and everything. I got to get my Christmas stuff down. And I was like, oh, I forgot about these. I have I swear to God, I have a whole pack of them, and they're on a ring. And so I forgot all about them. That's why I have to clean. And last month when I gave out the Happy Meal, I was gonna put one more thing in there. I forgot. It was too much. I found 2 presents for my granddaughter that were under the kitchen table that I forgot to give them to her. So I told her when she comes back here, I got stuff for her. If it's just too much, I'm too old. All right, so let me turn this around. And I bought some. I went and cut up some papers. I'm gonna do some small ones too. I don't really want all those big ones. A lot of these I use for, backgrounds and stuff. So rip them up for different things. So let me turn this around. If anybody's on here, make sure you say hey. And tell us where you're from, what you're doing. I'm going to try getting you guys back up here again. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, you're up here. Oh, my God. I'm going to lose my mind, guys. Am I on here? Let me see. Oh, there I am. My big old red head. No, wait a minute. That's an old one. Hold on. I'm not on here. Can I refresh this? This one's different from the other one. Let me take it down a little bit. Yeah, I'd rather do the small one, guys. If that's what you want, I'll do the small one. Right, there I am. I'm right here. All those big ones. A lot of these I use. All right. Do I want to make this bigger? Or do I want to leave it alone? Partial. I'll do partial. Yeah, I like that better. All right. So hopefully I'll stay on here. I don't think there's any storms today, but I really do think it might be time. I'm going to try messing with that my second USB port. And if that doesn't work, I think Diana's going to have to look for a laptop. Anyway, so I'm not coming up here. Am I up on here? I'm up on here. Am I on here? It says live. I don't know what the problem is. Up here. You can hear me talking. I don't know if it's gonna stay up here because turn the volume off. Sorry, this has been a problem for a while. Well, I'm up on there. It's not exactly what I wanted, but if you don't do it on the one with the side thing with the chat on it, it'll just keep popping off. I gotta keep hitting it, which is a pain. Anyways, guys, so let me turn this around. And if anybody rewatches it, you put hashtag rewatch, so I know you've watched it. I'll let you know if people are watching. So I just got a wet wipe. I wiped it off. You kind of want to make sure there's not much stuff on here. Sometimes it picks up everything. So just be careful. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little paint on this first. And I think I'm going to do that orange and brown background again. I got a little ochre here. I want to kind of make it like this one. We're going to play with this one. And you need to keep picking up to get a funky background. So I'm going to play with a couple of colors here. I can't get the volume up over here. Anyways, guys, so Come on, volume. Shut up. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Now they got me so big. Oh my God. Oh my God. Alright. I'm not even going to look at that anymore. Done. Alright, so. This is really a lot. You don't need that much, but if you get too much, you can offload it with your brayer. A little less than that. You want the first layer especially to be kind of on the thin side. So if I feel like there's too much paint, you can just offload with your paper on the side there. And I really don't want all this whole plate, because I'm going to just do this like down the middle. So not too much paint. Pretty thin, so you don't really need a lot of paint. They come in smaller ones too. I'd like to eventually get a smaller one. Be great for ATC. They come like, I don't know, about this size, about that size. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's do some this. Usually when you're doing a painting like this or jelly paint like this, you want the lighter color in front and darker color in the back. So I'm just going to put this on here like this. And I'm going to probably half that paper. Let me do a big piece of paper. And you know, when you're pressing down on this, you'll feel the cushiness of it. So you know you can get a lot of this image simply by pushing pretty good. You can smooth it out, but also push. You can feel like the stencil. A bit. Kind of lift it, see if you got it. Nope, didn't get it. Might be it's not thick enough. Or not wet enough, one or the other. That's okay. I don't think I got much of it. Nope, I think I need a little more paint, so we'll do that. There's a little more paint on here. You can see this image. It's alright, because I want a funky background, so it's okay. Because I'm going to scrape through the paint with the other stuff anyways. A little thicker. That's how it is with jelly painting. It's kind of an experimental kind of thing. You gotta be careful because you could lift the paint. You'll see it'll start to lift off. It's drying. Try it again. Be quick like a bunny. The paint was drying already. It dries fast. That's another thing. I can kind of see right here, and I can see right there. There you go. Didn't have enough paint. There you go. Isn't that cool? Now, you could leave this on here and try doing another one. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to need to clean this up, but you could also do a print with this. Because it's still wet, you can put it down on a piece of paper and press it. You'll get another print on a piece of paper. Not much, but you got a little bit. So I'm going to take my wet wipe. I'm going to leave that right there that's on there. I'm going to start wiping this off a little bit. Most of it anyways. You can run this under hot water. So there's, see now there's still some on here. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to try working some of it off because I want this background, I want some of the background to stay. I want to put different colors on it. Just take some of it off. before it dries. It's cool. It's cool looking. Do the other side too. Should be dry, so you don't get the wet spot there. All right, so now I'm gonna put some more paint. Let's do, I think that teal blue that I used earlier would be cool. Do the same thing pretty thinly. It's starting to come off. It's lifting the paint up because the paint underneath is dry and the next layer is wet. It'll start lifting off. It's supposed to do that. So I'm just going to put a little bit more before it starts totally lifting. All right. So now, let's do a couple butterflies. Let's do some butterflies. I hope there's enough on here. I think there is. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Let me just kind of lift this up. When you're going through the stencil, I think you need a little bit thicker. That's what it looks like anyways. So you're starting to lift off. You gotta be careful. You can see that or not, but that's what happens. Same thing, I'm gonna just see if I can get here's the gold one I have. Maybe I'll do some inside. That's how I get like a collage. You can do a collage like this. Different colors together. Some. It's a different technique where you let the first layer get it really wet, put like one of these on, and then you pull it off, and then the design is there. You gotta wait like a half an hour, and then you can go over it and get the image better. It's really hard to do when you're doing it fast like this. You can go watch just a lot of videos on this. Very interesting stuff. See, now I'm getting a lot of different colors in my background. That's what I want. I think I'm going to use like a brownish red next. I want to get something similar to this, and see I got a lot of colors in the background. I use a little black too, I did, so we'll do that. Okay. Let's use like a brownish, reddish, brownish. Let's see what we got. Let's try this burnt umber. It's pretty dark. I want to leave a few light areas too. I don't want the whole thing dark. A little brown in here. Just a little. I got a bubble. I got a booger. There's some bald spots that lifted up, and those are going to show up in the background too. You can mix some colors here too. I'm going to put some yellow on, I think. Some yellow. This is a cool one. This one is lemon burst. It's a little yellow right in the spots that are lifting up, but just a touch. Just a touch. A lot of these images are going to show up when I pull this last one off, this last layer. We still got enough, so I went and actually wiped my car off yesterday, so I give up. I'm not wiping any more car off. So I went out there and I did it. And it hasn't snowed, but I figure it'll start snowing soon because I did do it. See, some of the paint's lifting off, it's dry. But that's okay, because I want all these spots. Can you see what's happening? A little bit's lifting off. Now I got all these weird looking colors, which I like. I think we need some orange, though. Don't you think we need some orange? Let me lift some of this off. Let me put a design in there first. That's what I'll do. I'm I'm going to use this for the flowers. Where's my comb? And I got my comb. And I'm just going to make some designs. Completely went off the computer, did. Just make a few designs. Alright. Now I can go over them again. I'll do the other side of this. You can use most anything. Forks, spoons, knives, credit cards, your scissors, anything that has a shape you can basically use. Cookie cutters, stamps, kinds of stuff. Isn't that cool? It's pretty cool. You'll be like having these all over your house. That's why you gotta use copy paper so you won't waste it. Alright, let me just do this one right here. A little wet spot. So I'm gonna cover this up with a dark color. Or maybe the red, I'm not sure. And I'm going to come back and work on making a base out of this. Maybe just make a base like this on this side. Maybe this will be the base right here. I wanted a funky background, I got one. This peach in here, what is this? Coral blush. Not too much, I mean, you know. I'm going to go over some of these spots with. You have to be careful about putting them on too thick. Like I said, they'll start lifting the paint off. I didn't clean the jelly plate completely. I left a lot of it there, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make those flowers. Like this. Well. And I did my butterflies. You give it a good press. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need more. It's one bigger. And then you can take like anything. If you use a pen, just get a skinny palette knife, and I'm gonna make a little pot. There should be a design here somewhere. I know there is. Yeah. So now I'm gonna. I should pick up some of my other colors. It's under that orange. I'm hoping I don't want this to dry with this. So I'm going to get this on here. Make sure it's lifting. It's lifting. Pretty cool. I could see doing this like in gold. Look. You see that? The thing with these too is, now I could take a pen and I can let this dry and I can embellish this with more decorations. You know, I could make some leaves. I could fill in some of the flowers. You don't have to leave it like that. That is a, you know, I think it, you know, I can't remember what they're made of. I want to say silicone, but they used to make these, Stacy, before they started selling them. And you still can. I seen a I seen a video on it somewhere how to make it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it might be on YouTube. But the thing is with the old ones, I guess they melt down real easy or something. And I don't think it's silicone. I think it's something else. I don't remember though. But you can buy these. They have small ones, they have large ones. They're not real expensive. When I ordered that square one that I wanted a bigger one. You can get them really big. They were all out. They were on back order, so they ended up giving me this round one. It's not what I wanted, but I lived with it. I've done a lot of cool stuff with it. So this is your base. It's the same company. There's other companies, but I think mostly it's this Gel Press is the name of the company. And I leave it, there's a little protection thing. I leave it right in here, and I store it. So just clean the back. If you're going to start something new, just clean the back off. You never seen these before? They've been around. Wait till they have a good sale. But you can get little ones, like like about the size of this. Maybe a little thinner, like this size. Which I think I'm gonna get next, whenever. So then you just clean it off with a wet paper or wet wipe. Now if you want it a little cleaner, you're gonna have to get a clean one here. Where are they? You can do all kinds of stuff. I'm going to experiment with them. I hadn't used it in a while. I was trying to think the last time I used it. It's been a while, so I was looking on YouTube. There's all kinds of. I'd like to do the picture, a real picture, like transfer. And I tried doing it a few times because I was doing it wrong. I did get like a little bit of an image, but I was using magazine pictures, but you can't tell which ones are inkjet. It has to be inkjet. And if I hit an inkjet copier, which is high end, that's what you need to use. That's the ones that are doing like I take a picture of you, and they did it in black and white, say, and then I can put it on the jelly plate, So, and they do all different papers, all different techniques. There's a lot. This is just basic stuff. All right, so I dried that again. We're going to do another one. We're just going to play around. And I think I'm gonna do something that's raised. Like this is great for like even fake leaves. Like if you've got leaves from outside, this is great for that. But I'm gonna try doing these like they're like I don't know what you call them, cutouts or something. I'm gonna try a couple of these, and I'm going to. What colors do I want to use? Let me get a clean piece of paper. Now these papers that I offloaded on, they are now collage paper. So put them in my stash right here. Some more. Yeah, look it up. It's a big thing, Stacy. Learn something new. It was kind of new for me. I haven't been doing it that long. I don't even know where I got the idea from. Because I'm all over the internet, and then I find something I love, and then I gotta investigate. Jamie does this too. Jamie Nobel once in a while, she pulls hers out. All right, so I'm just I need a piece of paper to upload on. You have a piece of paper to upload. I'm just straightening it out here. Organized. Trying to clean up. I got the table cleaned up a little bit. I gotta put my Christmas stuff down. I organized some of the stuff underneath here. Some of the bins gotta go back in the closet. I got everything pulled out. So that pink one came out pretty good. See, but I think I might like do some more stuff on there too with the pen. My Posca pen. All right, so let's do a pretty color. I think I'm gonna do a green because we're gonna be doing some of these leaves, right? All right, let me turn this around. So next Saturday, guys, I'm having Christmas with my daughter up on the farm. So I think it's going to be an all-day thing. It's a good almost 2 hours from here. It depends on who's driving. It might be an hour. So I'm going to have class Thursday night, and I'm thinking I might do a little quick class Sunday night or Monday night maybe, but I can't do it Saturday. So it's a pretty green. This was this green. This is called Green Tree. I never even took the thing off this. I want a light green. What do I got? New Leaf. I like this one. Like a limey light green. It's called New Leaf. Sure it's mixed. I'm making a mess. I got too much on here now. You can take some off if you need to. Okay. I'm just gonna wipe this on. Do some pieces of the paint in here. Too thick. Right. And I'm just gonna mess these up. That's okay. Let's see if I can get this flower. Could actually just draw on here, and I also got this. You guys have ever seen my? It's like a. You guys seen I did it with a crayon. This is a Dollar Tree. These make cool little images too. Try this. See if I can just push it down in there. Okay. So I say cookie cutters, anything you got. You could feel you got it. I messed that up. You can feel you got it down in there because you can push. Do you know what I mean? You can push, you can feel it going on there. Because it's, you know, kind of like a sponge, like a jelly sponge. Let's see what else we got. Maybe these little butterfly things too. Fix this. See if I can make it like this one. Take some paint off. One more time if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that number. Now I got this thing. Where is it? You could probably just come here at an angle, see if I can get like a design with it, just for fun. Oh yeah, it did. It did. Came out cool. I'll do one on this edge. He did it. One right here. See, now what you do is, so this comes up better, you would let this sit for like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, or longer. And then when it's dry, and you put whatever color you want up there, all this would come off. The whole thing would be clear. But I'm going to try to do it with my bow dart, but if I remember right, this can't be a hot cooler. It's got to be a cold one, because remember, this is like a jelly thing, and it'll just take longer to dry. So I'm going to do like a low setting with a cool. Let's see how it goes. It has to be completely dry. Then I put another layer over it, let that dry just a few seconds, and pull it all up. It should all come up. They have all kinds of stencils that you can buy for this. They have a name for them. It's not stencils. Transfer plates, but I can't think of what they're called. But they're made for this. Well, other things, but mostly for this. You got a cold shot here, and it's just cool. Should work. Alright, what color do I want to pull up with it? Dark, want a darker color behind it. Let's try. Do the lighter color up front because that's going to be the first piece, first color on your page. Let's do. I want to do one of these dark blues. Let's do this Twilight. Small amount. I don't know how dry this is. It feels like it's dry, but I'm not sure. So I caught it before and it wasn't. Better to let it set if you can. And whatever image you're doing on here, it should come up. You want to be careful because this is a layer that'll start lifting. Because that's what it's supposed to do. It's a little thicker layer on this layer. The first layer, oh shoot, that's too much, is pretty thin. And the second layer is going to be pretty thick. If I do this right, hopefully. So it's gonna, I can see it starting to lift here, so. All right, let's see if we got this. Not too long, it's gonna be a little bit wet. I should be able to pick up that. What color was it? Orange, whatever. Green. The green should show up. Should have maybe went a little bit lighter, but it's all right. Second layer is thicker. First layer is thinner. Yeah, I think like a yellow would have showed up better. It's all right. Ooh, I think we got it. A lot of trial and error. That's just the way it is with this. I'm trying to get all of it off. I'm going to lift all of that paint off, all that dry paint off. I got most of it. Most of it. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Looks almost like a planet, don't it? So, but you can see the images of it, what I pressed in there. I think it's pretty cool. I got most of it off. I think if it was a little drier, it would have been better, but it's really cool. I like that. And like I said, when these are dry, because they're collage paper, if you want to draw over the top of it or anything, you can do that. And you could also put something else and just keep putting it over right over the top of different images. Get different effects. All right, let me dry. Put this somewhere to dry. Got another one to dry. All right, so we'll do one more, guys. Did you guys see the winners? Hey, Joe Allen. Happy New Year. Jack and Joe went up the hill. Jack went up, Joe came up. Joe came down pregnant. Isn't that how the joke goes? Isn't it cool? It is. You do feel like a scientist kind of because you got to figure this stuff out. But there's a lot more to it. There's some stuff I watch it. I'm like, I'm so confused. But the one with the, I really would love, the only reason I want a jet printer is because I want to do images like, you know, my kids and stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's really cool. You just copy the pictures on the jet printer, then you could do it, you know. I'm going to clean this up. We'll do one more. See what else I haven't done yet. Oops, what else I haven't done? One of the few things I don't really need a paintbrush for. I got a spray bottle, but usually a wet wipe will get this off pretty good. What else do I got over here I can do? I'll do one with the combs too. I did one, didn't I? The combs. The combs are fun. Like I said, I could. I don't remember my cookie cutters. I did the shape of my scissors one day, and because you can push down into it, so you can make just about any kind of print as long as you can push with it. I don't want to ruin that either. I get the star one. Probably do that. Yeah, all kinds of stuff over here. You could do like a cup. Yeah, any kind of like, you know, these things. Let me wash this better. All right, so get a new clean one out. And then I offload with the brayer, and I got another piece of paper. That's interesting, right? Cool. Let's pick it down. Another piece of paper. Well, you know, what I did, because I knew I'd be doing this business, and I have had many printers. I've had a couple printers before this one. As I went with this company because I got sick of paying $30, $40 for ink, you know, and half the time I didn't put it in right, and this and that and the other thing, and you have to have black. I use a lot of color in my pictures, so I have to have a lot of color. Well, anyways, long story short, this particular one will also copy. I can do stickers and all kinds of stuff, but the HP ink, I pay by the month. It can run anywhere from $3.99 to $8.99 a month. That is cheap. And I think that you have to stay on whatever you're using, and they will put you up. Now, if I think I'm not using, I haven't used as much, I'm doing as many paint parties, so I took it down. And they will raise it if they need to. So it's a good deal. But they're also doing this new thing where you can buy the printer and the ink. And they got a deal for me right now. The regular one would be around $11, $10.99, $8. It's not a lot. If I want a higher end one, it'd be like that includes the ink. And then they have a thing where you can do, you basically rent it. And there, I love the HP. I swear by, knock on wood, I've had this here at my sister's and at my house. So it's 5 years old maybe. So I got that when I first started this, maybe 5 years old. But it's an HP, and it includes, you can buy the computer, you get all kinds of support, because I use their support team all the time. You can do it off here. I do it off here, make my copies. You can get your ink and your paper. You get ink, paper's more. I forgot what the deal was. The paper was a good deal too, but I got a lot, so I don't need it. But the ink and the computer, under $20 every month. I think that's a deal. Freaking ink, you go get ink. You can't find the cartridges. The only place you can go is like Office Supply, and they're always like double. You know what I mean? So for me, I thought that, you know, I bought the machine outright though, the copier, and it said right in there when I bought it in the package that you could get the ink every month. I said, you know, that's a good deal, and I've been getting it ever since. They sent it in the mail. They send me a little white package, you know, to put all the used ones in. When it gets full, it's got a mail on it. I just lick it, shut it, and mail it out. You know, just so you can get a minimal one. Like I said, I want to say it's $5.99 a month. I think it's like 100 sheets a month. They keep track. That stupid thing. And one night, see, it was in the other room. I'm in front of the TV set, and it's right there on the shelf, and I hear ching ching ching. Things start moving. I'm like, Rick, you know. And it once a day, usually 11, 12 o'clock at night, if I'm up, it's making noises and stuff. It's not haunted. Yeah, and then it's always like money. It's like me, I'm trying to mess with this laptop. I'm thinking I might end up getting a new laptop. right, so let me turn this around. Yeah, I just think that HP with the ink included is you know, I don't know what I paid for this. It wasn't a lot. I think I got it on Amazon actually. All right, so let me do one more. Let's see, I did those. I did this one. What else did I pull out? I got this pagoda. I don't know if I want to do that though. Oh, we're gonna do the rakes. We're gonna do some of the rakes. These rakes, I actually got a whole package of rakes from Deco Art. It's in the back, and they're discontinued stuff. It's still back there. It says there the other day. They have like, I mean, a whole bunch of them. It was cheap. I got like 10 rakes for like, here's one, because I like to do palette knife, you know. Here's the other one. These all came in the same kit. So I put paint, you know, on with anything really. I think that's all of them. I'm not sure though. But they were in Deco Art. Has a thing in the back. You can use these to put on paint. That's just what I do. And scrapers. There's another one I think though. Alright, so I'm going to wash my brayer off too. And what colors should I do? A color guy, what's colors? What colors? I gotta do something with pink in it, because you know I always do a lot of pink stuff. So let's do something with pink. Pink. Oh, this one's about gone. I'm gonna throw it out. Yeah, so my brother's thinking about having a paint party at his business, at his restaurant. He has a really high-end restaurant. And I'm thinking I might do it. So if he wants me to, we're going to do like a buffet. And I sent a couple pictures over. It'll be a big one because he gets some. I'm hoping anyways. Not too big. I like to do I'd rather do a few big ones a year than be at it every weekend. These guys that do it all the time, they kill. I was doing it. I still can't do it. Not all my leg problems and stuff. But I just take my little cane with me, and you know, you got places to sit down. You know what I mean? I just sit down, stand up, do the class, walk around, visit with people. That's a pretty color, isn't it? Let's say vivid violet. So let's do this one first, and I'm going to do some designs. Thin layer first. This is a layer. This is the color that's in the front of the thing. So let's do like, I don't know. Let's just do some designs. Have some fun. Alright. Let this dry a second. Make sure it's a cool dryer. First layer has to be thin. I'm going to offload this while we're doing this. We'll try doing one other color, and then we'll try doing the bigger rake and just see what happens. Just for fun. This is a lot of fun to do. I got them all over the place now. You'll have 18,000 of these in like 15 minutes. You're playing with them. This is good for like, really good for being creative. Stuff like this is like good for you. You just play with stuff. It doesn't even have to be this. Just anything where you got to play with it a little bit. And just do your own thing. Don't try to have some big agenda, you know. It's good. It's a good thing. Just play. Alright, so let me do purple and I definitely need some kind of pinker pink. I need a pinker pink. Ooh, what's this one? This one's coral cloud. This is kind of pretty, isn't it? Kind of goes with that. I think I need to buy pinks again. I think I'm running out of pinks again. I'm running out of pink and green a lot. A lot. And yellow. I don't know why. Oh, pretty colors, I think that's why. This tea, I love this tea berry. I'm going to do this tea berry. One of my favorite colors right now. Just gonna want this layer to be a little thicker than the first layer. I'm going to put it right on. Try to make an even layer, but see how it'll lift? If you don't get it on there, it'll start lifting the paint off. You'll see like clear spots. think it'd be a tad bigger. Just a tad. We're going to real quickly go through this with the bigger one. Let's see what happens. Do the same thing, but bigger. Now let's take some paper and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Do it while it's wet. The second one you do thicker and wetter because it's going to absorb into that dry layer underneath. It's going to lift it up, hopefully. And make sure that first layer, I didn't check it, but it should be dry. Kind of pressing it, so there's a little give to it. Press a little bit. Just kind of check. I think I almost got 2 layers here, just a little bit longer, I think. Ooh, guys, look. Woo, that's a pretty thing. I'm going to do that again. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I like that. You can see the one before that, huh? We're going to do that again because I like it. You see that, guys? Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Psychedelic, dude. Isn't that pretty? And the other one's pretty, but this one's prettier. So we're going to take that paint up and we're going to do that again. Well, yeah, so I'm supposed to do. I'm the teacher. We can teach, but we can play too, you know. I learn with you. I've only lived this life once, you know. It's the first time for me too, you know. I haven't done the jelly plate in a while. It's still fun doing stuff by myself all the time, you know. At least some company, you know. Sometimes. So I got it all off. Yeah. I'm gonna wipe my brayer down a little bit too. So I think I'm gonna do the same colors as that one. Darn pretty. Maybe we'll do a different, like something else instead of the scraping. But I'm gonna use those colors as they come out pretty. So then I use the purple first, right? Yeah. All right. Let me put that on again. No, I'm gonna do these colors. Well, I could do the teal. I did a teal one earlier, didn't I? Yeah, I did a teal with the orange. It was okay. Do the purple again. This is your thin layer. Ah, too much. Doing this with people. I like people to learn with me. That's how you learn stuff together. So this pretty thing. Some thick pieces there, that's okay. So you wipe this off. What can we do besides the, I wonder if I could do, let's do a couple of these, and then I'll do another color with the swirl and take that off. We'll dry this. We'll do my little blow dryer, my blow dryer that bit the dust. I kept the cap. I'm like, you know, that's pretty cool. Right? Waste not, want not. Put one here too. Alright, so we're going to dry this with a cool dryer. find a good deal on those stencils you use for this, I'm gonna get some. They're like thinner than a regular stencil. From what I can see, I have never really tried to purchase one. I have seen them in the packages, but like once. But I see them use it when they do in their different videos. Training. YouTube has a lot too. Even on YouTube, just put in printmaking or jelly plate. I love YouTube. Okay, so now let's do the same thing. I'm gonna do that orangey color, the tea berry. I'm running out of this too. This one is the thicker layer. I want to do this one. It's pretty wet. You'll learn to gauge this. I'm getting this on here because I have still tend to either put too much on or not enough and messes it up. So yeah, it's all right. It happens. So I think I'm going to do the bigger one on this one. So I think those flowers would show through better. This one. And do the same thing. Okay. I'm gonna get a piece of paper. I think I'm on my last piece of paper. Oh! My last one. Oh, let's do the other side of this one. Let's do the other side of this one. Yeah, I got like a bunch of them all over here. And I cut these down. I'll frame them. Probably one or two that I like I framed. They're in the front room. We do competitions on this stuff too, you know. It's art. It's all art. If you go and you watch, you see there's some that are really complicated ones. A lot of them are using those inkjet things. I guess there's places that'll do it for you. If you got images, they'll do an inkjet for you. I haven't really bothered to look into. I heard somebody talking about it. Just kind of lift up, see if you're getting that first layer with it. Just kind of, I love how this came out too. The green and the gold. You can see I did like a pagoda behind it. It's an oriental thing. Barely see it, but so I mean I could go in with a pen and detail that if I wanted to. Huh. Pretty. Can barely make out those orange little things, but they came out cool. I can see them. Really pretty though. I love it. Yeah, I got this one. It's like a pagoda. This one didn't come out so good, but. So I think you need the kind of stencils that are made for jelly plating, you know. Yeah, isn't it? That's what I did this one. And this one's from last year. I have another one that's way better than this. I framed it. I mean, that's how art is. You do 27 of them, you get one. It's kind of good. Very irritating. But these I use for scrap paper. I'll cut them out. A few of these I'll keep. But some of these other ones here, I'll just, when I'm, you know, doing stuff, I want scrap paper instead of buying it. And I got this one I did. It's pretty. This one I did, I think, last year. You can't see, there's a face in there. I put a face in there. Yeah, I put a face in there. I did all underneath, I did like green and red, pink and orange, all different colors. Dried it, drew a face in it, and then put orange over the top, right? And then I pulled the whole thing off. Can't really see it, but like I said, you could draw into these. Same thing, I did the same thing with that, moved the flowers. So there's a face on here. I was into, what's that artist who does faces? I can't think what his name is. I was doing a lot of his stuff. I go through, it wasn't Picasso, one of those like that though, that type of, it's in here too, you can't see it. And these we did like last year, and this was today. So, and then this one, and that one, and these are with the brayer. And then we did this green one, which is really cool. And we did this one, looks like the planet Earth. Doesn't that look like the planet Earth or something? You could do it something cool with that, right? And then another sheet of market brayer. But you could do like designs over this too. You wouldn't have to leave them like that. You know, you could do a couple layers of the over the top of these. So that's all the paper I got left. So, all right, guys. So I hope you read the reading, and congratulations again to Tammy and Barb and Kat. So, yeah, Kat, because she put all that work in, but also because I like that, the snowman with the putting a star on there on the tree, which I thought was great. I'm glad that she's back to working with us because she hadn't been good for a while. And Tammy, you can go in the album section, guys, if you want to go look at some of these. If you remember, she did like a wood thing with like kind of a primitive angel. Beautiful. That was my favorite. So I thought that was really good work besides that. So I put her down for the other one. And then Barb, I did, I think I only got like 4 ATCs this month, but she's been working right along with us, and I just love her ATCs, but she does real ATCs, and these were the ones for this month. And they're scrapbook papers, white gel pen, and distress ink, and scrapbook paper. So, I mean, you know, really nice. You see them? They're really nice. So I gave her that one. So I gave 3 prizes out this month. I would love to give everybody a prize, but you know something, that would be very expensive. So, you know, it's hard sometimes. Sometimes if I can't decide, I just pull names. I just put them all in a jar, and I go like this. I crinkle them up in front of you guys. I pull one out because I just can't decide. And sometimes if my granddaughter's here, because she's took art stuff, she'll help me decide, but she's not here. So it's just, I appreciate you guys all participating. And the idea really is not just for the Happy Meals, to get you to paint and get you to come over here and try to do different things with me. So, and I appreciate all you guys doing that with us. And congrats again. I hope you got to listen to that first part, Stacy, anybody that's on here that's new, about, you know, being kind of a self-taught artist. That was trying to, I recommend that book highly. And all the books I have, I think that's like the best one. There's another one I just ordered. It sounds really good. All the artists are talking about it. Don't ask me the name. I just ordered it. But this one is Big Magic by Melissa Gilbert. Where did I put it? Right here. If you ever get a chance, it's on Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. This book will make you feel like painting. You know, gives you a lot of different perspectives on it. Anyways, guys, so this is for tonight. And like I said, I think, I believe it's Saturday. I don't think she would do it on Friday. We're having dinner at my daughter's up north. And, because we didn't really get a Christmas together. I mean, they came down for Thanksgiving. And like my 2 grandchildren had to work, but they were here. So she hasn't really had Christmas with her kids either. So, luckily Jacqueline had that day off, Christmas Eve, and she had to go back Christmas night because she had to be up early because she's basically managing the store there right now. So yeah, so we're all getting together on Saturday. So I'm going to be on Thursday night, and I'm going to try to make that class up Sunday or Monday. When, I don't know right now. So I will see you guys next week, and I hope you guys try some of this stuff. And I might put a jelly plate in there. Maybe I'll put the small jelly plate in there. I have to go look. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend, and I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And guys, make lots and lots of art, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Bye.